All right, we talk to Dennis all the time, and what Dennis does is basically try to keep your money in your pocket and away from scam artists, raise awareness on things that are going on with people who are doing things that, well, they probably shouldn't do, and if they devoted that kind of attention to an honest living, they would probably be millionaires and do it the right way. But no, they're doing it out of your pocket by scamming you. What is this thing? Is this you Facebook scam?
This actually happened to me also, and then I came in and saw an alert from the BBB, the BBB national headquarters that there's a Facebook scam. What you see, you receive a Facebook message with a video link asking, "Is this you?" And I saw it, and I, for some reason, went past it, didn't click on it, and I'm very glad I didn't. You get this message. It says, "Is this you?" And mine said, "Laugh out loud," LOL. But very often it doesn't say that. This is a phishing scam that's making the rounds, and if you're a victim, you get this message, and it's from someone that you know or you trust, or a family member, or just a friend. The message it tries to entice you to click on this link, and the link, because it's a phishing scam, the cyber criminals are trying to get you to either give up a password, provide bank account information, or just some sensitive information. But the scarier thing to me is that you click on that link, and you may be downloading malware onto your computer unbeknownst to you.
Oh, wow.
And you won't really know what that malware is doing. It could be scanning your computer for all of your sensitive information, for your bank account information, your credit cards, and the like. So if you get one of those Facebook messages saying, "Is this you?" LOL, ignore it. And in fact, delete it.
Yeah, just get it completely out of the system entirely.
Yes, so that, because I don't know about you, but I scan through Facebook very quickly sometimes, and you might click on it accidentally and download that malware.
Oh, yeah. And then your problems begin, but you don't even really know what those problems are because we're not really sure what exactly the malware they put in there is going to do.
Exactly. And then, all of a sudden, either your computer crashes or you get a tech scam notification that your computer is being locked up and you need their help. Not sure what is going to happen, but the best thing for you to do is to not click on anything.
All right. So, that's the sort of thing. Boy, what a great baited hook that is. Is this you, LOL? And you're thinking, oh, somebody's got a picture of me that I was unaware of. Let me see what that is. And by the time it dawns on you, oh, I shouldn't have done that, it's too late.
Or some video of you, and then you start to panic.
Right. Yeah, there's that. There's that. What kind of video does one have of me here? But yeah, then a quick inventory of your life goes, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. But you will be in a jam should you download that. So avoid that one. And I get the idea. This one is pretty prolific.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. When we get a notification from the International Association of BBBs that something's going on, we sort of want to make sure people get the message right away.
Absolutely, and you've done it. All right, watch that on Facebook or a note that you get, hey, is this you? It's not you. It's a way of getting at you, so just move on from there. Free trial offer scams.
Yes, Riley. You may recall that last year the BBB did a study on free trial scams. Because they're very prolific, and people will sign up for things and end up paying on and on and on with recurring charges. And so our investigator did a multi-month study on this, and we did a news conference and let the world know. Well, as we've talked before, scammers, they're smart people, and you mentioned that in the open, that they're very smart people, and if they put their brains to good use, they could do great things.
Sure.
Well, they've done great things for themselves now, because what they started to do now is to clone news sites of major news sites that CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, The Today Show, with claims of for pills or CBD oils or you name it. They fake these sites to get you to believe that these are real free trial offers, and you sign up for them because you trust this major news organization.
Sure.
And what happens is that from the moment you click on this free trial offer, it may not even be a free trial. It may be a reduced rate of $5 or something. But from the moment you click on that and say, yes, I'm interested and I want it, that's when the billing starts. So if you have 5 days to respond, you think you may have 5 days from next week.
Right.
But you really only have 5 days from right now. And then you find out that all of a sudden your credit card is being charged $700.
Wow.
Or on a reoccurring fee that you thought was a one-time free trial offer. And because there is fine print for those free trial offers, that by accepting this offer, that and you always, when you sign up with those free trials, you do have to give them, and it's to prove that you are a good person, a credit card or a debit card number. And they use that to begin the recurring charges. So just because it's from a major news organization, don't fall for it. If you're interested in it, look at the major news organizations. It says NBC or Today's Show. Look at the URL, what's the word I'm looking for?
The address.
The address.
That it came from, or where the link would take you?
Yes, look at that and make sure that it matches. And if you really aren't sure, just go to the real website of that. Go to the Today Show's website and look. They list all the offers and all the things that they have been promoting on their shows. Don't just trust that it says it's a major news organization and their testimonials and all, that what you're dealing with is something that's factual.
You know, that is so insidious as well, that they're putting up something that looks like it's a regular website. It looks like it came from there. It looks like, it's, of course it's on the up and up. It's, it's an offer. I mean, come on. And then lo and behold, you click on it and all the problems begin. And then, a few times back you were telling us about where they've found a way to rig a Google result to where you go, all right, I'm not sure about this. Let me Google it. Oh, there it is. So it must be legit, only it's still not real.
It's true. They're brilliant. And technology today allows for whipping up a website that looks exactly like the one that is real in a matter of minutes. So, and the people who are perpetrating these scams are very good at what they do.
Yep, that's why they're lining their pockets with millions of dollars and have authorities basically around the world trying to figure out who it is and how they're doing it and where they're taking that money, and yet not many of them are being brought to justice.
That's true. And even though, I'm always being asked, why aren't you stopping these scams? Well, there are thousands of people out there doing these scams, and there are only so many law enforcement officers out there to do it.
Right.
And many of these things are taking place offshore, and so you have to have governmental cooperation to track these people down. And while we may find it to be a very important thing to do, some other government may say, hey, it's not affecting us right now, so why bother?
Yeah, and depending on where it is, they could be in the pocket of the people who were doing it to begin with, getting a nice payoff to look the other way or not cooperate with any authorities from around the country, and it's just going to keep going.
Exactly. Corruption is bad, and it's out there, and the scammers know who to deal with.
And finally on our list this morning, the do's and don'ts of scam prevention.
I go out to speak to groups very often, and little backstory. Right now, the Social Security card corrupted Social Security card scam is prolific.
Yeah.
We're getting 15, 20 calls a day from people. And many times they'll say to me, and I bring this up because I got a call on my cell phone from a friend who said she'd gotten a call, and that boy did she take care of them, because she spent time on the phone with them and gave them what for, and kept at it. and I hear this from people all the time, that I got the call, but Dennis, I really fixed them. I spent a lot of time on the phone, and I talked to them until I was blue in the face, and I just wore them down. Well, in the process of doing that, you may inadvertently tell them information that they can use, and you are not aware that it was great information that you provided unknowingly.
Oh,
so
man.
You really don't want to try to outsmart the scammers. Keep in mind, these are professionals, as you pointed out. They make millions of dollars a year,
right,
being scammers. And they know all the tricks of the trade, and you don't. And at the very least, what you're doing is telling them that, oh, this person will get on the phone with me,
yep,
and will stay on the phone with me. And so this is a number I'm going to sell to other scammers because, well, frankly, I'll put this person on the suckers list. And if I can't get them, the next person might. So don't think you're going to prevent yourself from getting another call by wearing them down, because you're not. And in fact, what you might end up doing is getting them so very mad at you is that they program their auto dialer to call you every 5 minutes for the rest of the day. So then where are you?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that little retribution on the part of the scammer.
Yes. And then there's the other thing, Riley, that we get calls from, and it was very troubling to me. I got a call last week from a consumer here in Rockford who had given a $6,000 down payment for a new roof. That was last year. And we're coming up on a year already that seen hide nor hair of this individual, and who was supposed to be doing the roof.
Right.
And they have been unable to have any contact with the roofer. And my word of caution here is, it's too late to call us after you have signed the contract with someone that you know nothing about. And she admitted that the person that knocked on the door and said that they were a qualified roofer and they would do the roof and that would work with their insurance company if need be. And she did that. It's too late after the fact to call us and ask us about the company, the roofer. It's too late to call us after the fact, after you sign the contract to change your gas or electricity services. You need to call us before you sign the contract. That way we can at least tell you about the business or whether or not it's an out-and-out scam.
Outstanding, yeah, because as you mentioned, now you've already committed to it. There's very little recourse that you have in your position at that point. But if before they put ink to paper, call up and go, hey, I'm about to sign with these guys. Are they cool?
Right, and if you really want to know if they're on the up and up, say, hang here for just a second. I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau while you're here and check you out.
Right. If you hear squealing tires out in front, you'll realize that was a smart move on your part.
Exactly. and then you saved yourself a lot of grief and a lot of money.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. And, you think after all the warnings and times that we've talked about this, that somebody knocking on the door would be promptly turned away by almost everybody. It doesn't quite work that way, does it?
No, it doesn't. And it really is very troubling. And we see it every day or every week here where someone does get ripped off by some unscrupulous contractor or a person who claims to be a good contractor who knock you on the door and then rips them off.
Yeah, be very careful. And when in doubt, call the Better Business Bureau. And for people who want to do that, how do they make contact, Dennis?
You can give us a call at 815-963-2222.
It's just that simple. And let them know what's going on, and they can help you out because that's what they're there for. Dennis, is always, a wealth of great information. We deeply appreciate it. We'll look forward to our next visit.
Great to talk with you, Riley. See you soon.